Before we start the lesson, I would like you to put away your phones. Please keep them in your bag while the lesson is going on. I would like you to have your laptops closed unless you need them and you have permission to use them. I would like you to just stay quiet and put up your hand if you want to say something. I'm going to teach you something about filter bubbles. So first I'd like to ask if anyone has any idea what filter bubbles are or could be.
Never heard of filter bubbles.
They're bubbles.
Don't have a clue.
Can you guess the meaning based on the words like filter bubbles? It has to do with the internet partially.
Well, filter.
What you can see?
In a way, yeah.
Darknet.
So what it means is a situation where someone only hears or sees what they want to hear or see. This most commonly happens on the internet, especially now that you have cookies on sites and they kind of track what you do and what you look at. So you know how always when you get an ad, it's something you've recently looked at, something you recently Googled, maybe something you recently talked about, right? Like I remember I once looked at bands and I got bands advertisements for a whole month, and that has to do with filter bubbles as well. So, I gave you a handout which focuses on vocabulary. So I would like you to fill that in right now as preparation for the rest of the lesson.
Thank you.
Okay, has everyone finished the handout?
Yep.
Yep. I would like to start discussing them. So for the first sentence, who knows the answer?
Do I need to read the full sentence or just
I would like you to read the full sentence, please.
When browsing Google search results, do you ever scroll down to the bottom of and go to the second page?
That's correct. And the second sentence?
Second sentence. How often do you publish comments or read a new post on your social media?
That's correct as well.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Good job, classmate.
Thank you, other classmates.
And
I'm so proud of you.
Abigail, would you like to do sentence C and D?
C is, what is your favorite YouTube channel? What vlogs do you follow?
Correct. And do you know what a vlog is?
Isn't it someone that captures everything they do on a daily basis?
That's correct. It's short for video blog, and it's someone who basically shows what they do in their daily life. So D.
D. What type of information do you Google most often?
That's correct too. And Lisa, can you do E and F for me, please?
Sure. What negative consequences may live streaming on Facebook have?
Yeah.
And what links or sites do you bookmark so that you can easily find them again?
That's correct as well. Do you know what a bookmark is?
A bookmark.
But what is it? What's the definition of a bookmark?
I can't explain.
Can I see the sentence?
What links or sites do you bookmark so you can easily find them again?
Like,
So if you were to use the context of the
favorites.
sentence. Yeah, something like that. What do you want to say after?
Yeah, like put them in a list or something.
Yeah, in a way, it's you save the page or the link so you can look back at it later on, so it's easier to find back. And the last sentence?
How do you find reliable information online?
Correct. And next we're going to have a discussion about a statement. This is a statement by Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know if you know who he is.
The inventor of Facebook.
That's correct. And he once said, a squirrel dying in front of your house may be more relevant to your interests right now than people dying in Africa. What is your opinion about this and why? What do you think about this statement, first of all? Because
It's true.
a pretty rich and influential person said this.
I feel like when you see a squirrel dying in front of your house, you might get the feeling it's quite close to me, so maybe I can offer it help. But Africa, that might be shit ton of miles away,
Yeah.
so you might feel a bit helpless.
It's
Or-
happening for a really, really long time of people dying in Africa. So everyone grew up with the idea that people are dying there. And a squirrel dying in front of your house is just more visible.
Exactly, especially the more visible part. Because if a squirrel dies in front of your house, you can see it, you can see the effect it has, you can see the results, you can feel more connected to it because you can see it happening. Whereas children dying in Africa, it's just something you see on the news, it's something you read about, it's not something that really,
It's close.
yeah, it's close to you because you can just look at it. Like sad stories, yeah, they're sad, but you just read them, so you'll just go over it and then forget about it. Whereas if you see a cat getting run over by a car, you see the effects of that. And how could we link this to the interest bubble? Information bubble.
Can you define information bubble again?
The interest bubble is only hearing or seeing what you want to hear or see, basically.
I think nobody wants to see that there are people dying. And you
Yeah.
are confronted with a squirrel dying there, but you're not confronted with people dying in Africa because you aren't there.
Yeah, exactly.
Feels like right?
Yeah.
But it
So-
feels sad that there are people dying.
The way we can link interest bubbles to this statement is so that you don't want to see people dying in Africa. You don't want to hear about it because, you know, it's kind of awful. Which is why you just choose to ignore it and, you know, find the squirrel more important.
I also feel like I would rather, if I would help people in Africa, I would rather go there and do like volunteering work instead of, well, sending money to certain charities or stuff like
How
that.
money did we all?
So next up, I have a nice video. Alright, so that was the video. Now on the worksheet, there are a couple more questions. We're going to discuss them orally. So the first question is, what are filter bubbles and what are their positive and negative aspects? I'm going to talk.
Positive, you only see what you want to see, and negative, like the same, you only see what you want to see.
Yeah, but why is it positive that you only see what you want to see, and why can it also be a negative thing?
Well, I don't want to see something about like, say, like a painter doing his paint job. I want to see something about fashion or something.
Yeah.
So that's positive, but if you're going like politics, I only want to see like the democratic side.
I think it has to do with personal preference about things like what she says. You rather see a positive thing than a negative thing, so you ignore the negative stuff.
Yeah, that's true. And the positive side, what kind of benefits do personalized search engines have, in your opinion? Do you know what is meant by a personalized search
That
engine?
it shows stuff you have looked up online before.
Yeah, that it caters to your interest. You're seeing something that caters more towards your interest seen by the internet, or something completely random?
No, I think I would rather have something personalized. I don't want to see something like, look at this boxer short for men.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather see something random. If I want to look
Yeah,
up.
because
a-
it's also to
Here,
broaden
you
your
have some
spectrum,
ladies'
right?
lingerie, like a
Lingerie.
lingerie.
No, I feel like if I wanted to look something specific, to look at something specific like Vans, then I would just type it in Google and I don't necessarily have to see ads for weeks on about Vans.
Yeah, but have you ever clicked on an ad that was recommended to you because it was something you looked up? Let's say you looked up shoes, and then for the next week you got shoe ads. But have you ever felt tempted to click one of those ads because you liked the shoes? And
Yes.
have you ever bought something
I
because of an
actually
ad?
didn't most of the time.
No?
I think I barely clicked the ads.
And Lisa, you said yes.
Oh, I always click on that. And I not always buy them, but sometimes I do. If I find a nice pair of shoes, or a nice belt, or a nice anything that's in my interest, I will buy.
Yeah, so they do work. And then lastly, it was mentioned in the video, but how could you get out of a filter bubble?
making your search history bigger,
What do you mean by that?
expanding it, watching videos you don't usually watch.
But watching videos you don't usually watch is kind of hard if you're still in that bubble.
Yeah.
So you need to get out of it in order to click on a video that's not really your interest. I mean, I still think your answer has a point, but it's also like, how do you get to the point of clicking on something that's not your usual style?
I think it also depends on the individual. Maybe one person is open to look at other interests or discover new interest. But one person might say, well, it's fine the way it is. They don't necessarily need anything new.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it depends.
Okay. Is that all you want to say about this question?
Yes.
Well, those were all the questions I have for you. My goal was to help you get better at defending your statement and in a discussion knowing what statement to use and, like I said, how to defend that. So I hope I achieved that.
Yep.
Yes.